Hey team, John here, your performance mindset coach. Today I'm going to share with you how you can build a coaching culture inside of your organization so you can help your team members become solution focused, have a growth mindset, and empower them to take control of their own performance on a daily basis. So let's head right over right now. So we're focusing on coaching culture. Why is it important? Well, number one, it helps to empower and develop individuals. And by empowering and developing them, you're giving them every opportunity to perform consistently over time. It's also going to help increase that performance by bringing more awareness to their current perception and how they might see things. So you're increasing their capacity to be able to solve more problems. And we're trying to create that culture of excellence where everyone is on the same mission that is growth focused. So let's look at some of the problems that we might typically see. Number one is inconsistent performance. I'm sure if you're watching this video as an owner or as an employee, you've had periods where there's inconsistent performance for your team. All right. So maybe they perform well at certain phases, but depending on what's happening in their personal life, they bring that into their work performance. And then it's just that inconsistency, which then can typically lead to high turnover, not getting the right people, finding self-motivated people, which you're going through the cycle of constantly having to train people and with no end in mind, right? Or with no end results because just a high turnover, which then leads to loss from inaction, right? There's a cost to inaction, which comes from not having the right people with the right mindset, doing the right things. So what are some solutions that we want to focus on throughout this training? Number one is consistent performance. We want to have team members who are performing consistently. We want to have long-term relationships that we develop over time. And this can help from you adopting that coaching approach. We want to have higher profits and opportunities, right? They're all the solutions to the problems that we just explored a minute ago. So I want you to look at it as seeing it from this coaching perspective and the difference between coaching and mentoring, right? So mentoring is you telling someone what to do based off of your past experience, your knowledge, and your know-how. You coaching someone is going to be you using coaching skills to actually help them come up with their own solutions. So you're trying to help them shift their perspective, see something that they cannot see by asking good questions, by probing them, by helping them self-develop, by helping them work on their own goals, and so on. So the first thing we have to do is make a mess. Second thing we need to do is build a solid foundation. And finally, then we need to lay bricks. Here we see kids painting, all right? They're making a mess, and that is the analogy for what we're actually focusing on here is which we have to shift mindsets, right? We have to make a mess. We have to deconstruct their current stories and patterns and help them reconstruct a better pattern and story that helps them live happier lives, perform better in the workplace, and be an overall better person. So you're giving them the paintbrush, right? You're allowing them and empowering them to take control of their own ascension. Second, we have to lay a solid foundation. When it comes to what we're talking about here, mindset is the foundation for everything, for you as the business owner and for your team. If their mindset's not in the right place, the chances of them performing and implementing the systems that you give them are very low. Same with yourself as a business owner. We have to get your mindset right first before you can start to add on all of the fancy tactics and strategies. So we have to lay that foundation, which is your mindset is the foundation. We're rebuilding from the ground up, right? So if we build a solid foundation, that allows us to build a solid building or build a solid home or whatever you want it to be on top, right? So see that as your business. So we're trying to pull up those deeper roots, the deeper roots that are actually keeping you stuck in the first place. So when we fix them, everything else will start to fall into place. See it as being their coach, right? Adopting that coaching mindset, asking them good questions, helping them come up with action plans, helping them set goals, helping them understand their own motivation and their drives, their values, because when you understand their values now as a person, if you can help elicit their core values for their career, you now know who's more suitable for growth opportunities versus who's maybe just looking to take a backseat, be a contributor, but not necessarily grow within the organization. So provide that layer of support for them. You're help them plan, you help them track, and you help hold them accountable to what it is they need to do. So a couple of essential action steps beyond this training is to check your current culture. So you have to check the temperature of your current culture. What is that like? Then I would recommend integrating coaching and trainings for you as the business owner. And that's exactly what we do, is working with the individual, helping them with their mindset and helping them to ascend to their highest personal and professional potential so they can perform better and they can achieve more. Plan accountability ports. What I mean by that is, how are you going to hold your team members accountable to what it is that they need to do? What's the ports? Is it on a certain messenger group? Is it you check in on certain days? What days are you having your weekly meetings? Really check that culture first, then start to integrate some of the training and development for yourself first and then the team, and then plan those accountability ports. So here is a simple exercise you can do. You should be able to download these worksheets. So what is your current culture? You can use that to fill it in. Coaching mindset. So think of your own mindset patterns, thought patterns, behaviors, emotions, what shows up for you on a daily basis, what's serving versus non-serving, and then look at the action planning of what do you need to get done on a weekly basis, what are the wins come at the end of the week, and what lessons did you pull out from the activities that you've done this week. So your challenge is to do that strategic review of your current coaching culture and start the process of working on your coaching mindset as a leader. Develop you first, set that example, and have that ability to both mentor and coach so you can really help them on that deeper level with the coaching. But mentoring is you're providing them all the systems, the strategies, the tools that have worked really well for you. And that's why you are the business owner, so they can actually implement that stuff and get out of their own way. So remember, coaching versus mentoring, super important. Unlocking their potential and, of course, your potential and your company's potential. Think about it as I think well, I feel good, I perform, right? So think, feel, perform. And that is it for today's training. If you enjoyed this training, don't forget to join our Facebook group, The Unstoppable Business Minds, where you'll get access to other training and other resources. You can also download the worksheets from this training. So as always, ascend higher.